In this video, we're gonna do the initial configuration of POCO M8 Pro, so let's get right into it. Once you turn on your phone for the first time, you will be welcomed with this Xiaomi HyperOS text, so you can just tap on this arrow and then continue. Now in here we need to find the language that you want to use on your phone. In my case, I'm gonna choose English United States, and let's continue. Then of course we can choose our region, so you can scroll through this list or you can use the search at the top, and then you can choose whichever region you want to use on this phone, and let's tap on next. Over here we have the terms and conditions, so we need to select that we have read and agreed to the user agreement and privacy policy, and let's continue. You can set up your POCO M8 Pro by using your another device, for example your older phone. So if you want to do that, you just have to follow these buttons, so you can either choose Android device or iPhone or iPad, depending what you had. But if you want to perform a clean setup, it is of course possible by using this skip button here in the bottom left corner, and this is something that I'm gonna do. In my case, I have two SIM cards selected, so in here we can choose which SIM card should be used for calls and for mobile data. So let's go ahead and continue. Now we can connect to Wi-Fi, and in this case, of course, I'm going to connect to my Wi-Fi network. In your case, if you, for example, want to skip it for some reason, then of course we can use skip over here at the bottom of the phone. So let me quickly enter the password and let's continue. After that, we need to wait a couple of seconds in order to see the next menu. And the next thing is the sign-in page for your Google account. So if you want to, you can sign into your account over here. You just have to provide the email or phone number and then continue to enter the password. If you want to, you can of course create a new account over here. And in case you don't want to log into any Google account at all right now, then of course you can just tap on skip in here. In my case, I'm gonna actually sign in. Next, after providing the password, once you sign in, you might need to choose who will be using this device. So in my case, I'm gonna be using it. So let's go ahead and tap on next. And then we have the Google Terms of Service, which we need to agree to in order to continue using our Google account on this phone. And now, once again, we need to wait a couple of seconds. Now here, you can actually get your Google backup, for example. So if you have a Google backup on your Google account, then you can go ahead and tap on next in order to get the backup. But on the other hand, if you don't want to load any backup or anything like that, if you don't want to copy any data, then of course we can just tap on don't copy in here. Next up, we have the screen lock password. So you can create a password for your phone immediately over here. You can of course choose a password, PIN code, or a pattern. And there are also biometrics which you can set up in here. But you can also do this through settings later on. So I'm not gonna waste my time right now on this thing, and I'm just gonna tap on skip. But of course, feel free to set it up if you wish to. Over here we have some Google services such as location. We can also find the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth scanning. We have phone number verification and usage and diagnostic data. In my case, I'm turning it off. I'm turning all off. But besides that, you should actually scroll to this list and decide by yourself which options you want to use and which ones you don't want to use. And let's tap on accept over here. Then we can use Google Backup, so you can back up photos and videos as well as other device data that is listed here below. And of course, you can check on these checkboxes or uncheck them if you want to include something or not. If you want to use the backup, then of course we can turn it on in here. And if not, just choose don't backup on the left side here. Now we need to choose our default browser and search engine that we're gonna use on this phone. Of course, you can still change that later on, just like everything else. But in this case, you just have to choose whichever you want to start with. And if you don't know which browser to choose, if you don't have any idea about all of them, then what you can do is you can simply choose the Google Chrome browser because this is I guess the most popular choice. So let's tap set as default, and then over here we have a search engine. So in this case, of course, the most popular choice is Google. Let's go ahead and set as default. Now in this case, we can continue the setup, which will allow us to find some more settings related to Google and some Google services. So if you want to, you can of course continue. If not, then we can skip that and then leave, but still you will have some additional Xiaomi settings that you will have to go through. In this case, I'm going to tap on continue just to show you what is after that. So in this case, we have the quick share, which we can of course agree to use. And even if you don't agree, then of course you can still use quick share later on. You will just have to agree once you want to use it. Now, besides that, we have the information about Gemini, so we can tap on continuing here, and then you can set up Hey Google voice command, which of course allows you to activate the Gemini or Google Assistant by saying this phrase out loud. So if you tap on a turn on, you will have the setup. You will have to say a couple of sentences out loud in order to start using it. But if you don't want to use it, you can just simply tap on a no thanks. You can also set up the Google Pay, so you can add your credit or debit card into your phone in order to be able to pay with your phone. But if you don't really care about contactless payments right now, then of course you can skip that. On the other hand, if you want to set it up, then of course feel free to add a card in here. Later on, if you decide to change your mind and you actually want to set up your payment card, then you can use Google Wallet for that. So in my case, I'm just going to skip that. We have some additional settings that you can go through, but in this case, I believe they are not so important, so let's just tap on a no thanks. And let's continue. I don't think changing wallpaper right now is really that important. There we go. Now we continue with some Xiaomi settings. In this case, we can once again, for example, toggle location. We have automatic system updates, and we can send usage and diagnostic data. We have personalized ads, which we can actually turn off if you want to, and so on and so forth. And once you scroll through this list and you decide what you want to use, then of course we can tap next and continue. Then we have parental controls. In my case, I don't use them, so I can just go ahead and tap next. Then we have the font selection. We have two fonts, the default one and the MI Sans font. In my case, I'm going to stick with the default one. Then we have to choose the default launcher, which is nothing else other than just a choice between the app drawer or no app drawer. So in my case, of course, I'm going to use the app drawer, and let's go next. Then we have the navigation mode, so you can decide how you want to use your phone, if you prefer to use gestures in order to navigate, or if you prefer to have 3 buttons at the bottom of the screen. And let's go next. And that is pretty much it. Now we just have to wait for the system to prepare itself, and once it is ready, you will have a button at the bottom of the screen. So let's just wait for that. Alright, the setup is complete, so you can tap on continue. And you should be able to have the access to the home screen right after that. And of course, now you can start using your phone however you want it to be used. You can of course go through settings in order to make some adjustments. You can go to the Play Store in order to start downloading apps if you actually signed into your Google account, and so on and so forth. And of course, if you're wondering what to do next, if you are not sure if there's anything important that you should do, then I can recommend you checking out my channel. I also made a video on first things that you can do after the initial configuration. So check out first things to do for POCO M8 Pro on my channel, and that is pretty much it. Subscribe to my channel.